Welcome to Winning Mind Podcast. This program is for you. If you are tired of living a mediocre life, if you're tired of living artificial fake life, and wish to apply your mind on practical ways of improving your status, if you desire a positive, organic transformation, engineered by your conscious decision to turn things around. This is Winning Mind Podcast, and here is your host, JFK Salas.
How do you find happiness in a thankless world? How do you find peace of mind in a place where you are underappreciated, probably abused and used? How do you find joy? How do you find motivation to continue doing what you're supposed to do, to continue being productive, and to probably help people? A warm welcome to this edition of Winning Mind. We are very happy that you could join us as we discuss some other materials that could help us to motivate ourselves so that we can move on. Now, a man called Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the son of the carpenter, the Messiah. Jesus said a prophet is without honor in his own hometown. So how did he know? How does he know a man is without honor? A prophet is without honor in his own hometown. He knows because his people betrayed him. They tortured him, crucified him, murdered him in cold blood, and he was a victim of mob justice. An entire nation of his own people, an entire nation of his own tribe, rose up and chanted, "Crucify him." His disciples and very close associates, at the darkest moment of his life, deserted him. One who was very close to him denied him to his face 3 times. It took a foreigner called Pontius Pilatus to try to save him, to try to see a reason. But even when this foreigner tried to save Jesus because he could see through people's hatred and people's malice, he told them, I don't see the crime that this man has committed. To me, this is an innocent man. They said, yeah, he looks innocent to you, but to us, he has blasphemed and he must be put to death. Again, Mr. Pilatus tried to save Jesus. He said, okay, suppose he's really a criminal as you are saying. I usually free a criminal every year during your festivals. I choose to release this Jesus Christ. They said, no problem. There's a terrorist, a thief, a murderer who has raped our women and killed our men. Free that one for us. But just kill this so-called prophet. Kill Jesus Christ. Kill the prophet. I mean, think about it. When your own people choose a criminal, a thug, a ruthless warlord, and they simply decide, no, we will have this one, but you must die. Try to put yourself in the shoes of Jesus. What was going through his mind when these people were shouting, "Free Barabbas, kill Jesus"? The world is so cruel. Pilatus said, I don't understand what you people are doing, but I'm innocent of this man's blood. They shouted, yeah, no problem. Let his blood be on us and our children. And just like that, they bequeathed their evil, their sin, their criminal nature upon the generations to come. What was the sin of Jesus Christ exactly? What crime had he committed? He fed thousands. He raised their dead. He healed their sick. He freed their sons and daughters who were demon oppressed. He taught them good news. He gave them hope of the kingdom of God. But they said, in the process, he hurt their feelings. He bruised their ego. The world is a thankless place. The world is very thankless. When you understand this, you will start living a fulfilled life. I hope you understand that you are not better than Jesus Christ. That you do not expect people to treat you better than how they treated Jesus Christ, all right? The world is very ungrateful. The sooner you allow this to sink in your mind, you will start living a winning life. You will start living a very fulfilled life. Here's a few points that I want us to consider before we close our podcast today. Point 1, no one owes you any appreciation. When you decide to do something for someone, expect nothing in return, because chances are you will get nothing in return. You don't get any thank you, you don't get any credit for your effort. In fact, you will be lucky if they don't take you out so that you don't end up claiming credit for a job well done. No one signed an MOU, no one signed a contract with you that you will be given a trophy. So when you do something, please expect nothing in return. Do it for the benefit of other people and then move forward. Number 2, make it your goal to be helpful. If you can assist, just assist. If you can help someone, just do it. If you can solve a problem for people, solve a problem for people. Be productive with your life. Do not withhold kindness from people, but as you do it, just have in mind that 99.9 times out of 100, no one will say thank you. If you need their help, 99.9 out of 100 times, no one will help you back. No one is going to say, yeah, I remember what you have done, let me come back to your rescue. This will save you from wasting your emotional capital. This will save you, trust me, from wasting your emotional capital. The Bible recounts a story of how Jesus healed 10 lepers. And later on, one came back. And I'm assuming also when he came back, he came dragging his feet, complaining, why must I go back to see this guy? But when he came, Jesus looked at him and said, were you not 10 when I healed you? Where are the other 9? So that should tell you exactly how this world operates. You will be asking yourself, where are the other 9? Point number 3, balance your intellect with your emotions. While dealing with people, balance your intellect with your emotions. Now, you need your emotions to be passionate or to be compassionate in what you do. In order to serve people, you must have your emotions. Emotions are those chemicals that help us to react to stimuli from outside. Examples of emotions are things like anger, happiness, sadness, sympathy, or disgust, etc. Sometimes you also call them feelings. Although I understand psychologists have defined that, have said that feelings and emotions are different, but they're not very, very different. These emotions help you to be human and to respond to various stimuli. They help you to respond to various circumstances as they come. Intellect, however, is that being sober, being clear-headed, clear-headed application of your intelligence and your brain power. Intellect is the force behind reasonable thinking. Intellect is the force behind reasonable behavior, the drive of rational thinking, sober-mindedness, being temperate, having that temperate demeanor in every situation. Emotions are nothing but chemicals, chemical explosions. They are usually charged and they usually obscure reason. That's why most people, when they're in love, for example, you cannot convince them otherwise. If they love, they love. The mind is so foggy. There's no sobriety when someone is loved. The mind is foggy from all these explosions of emotions. So usually emotions will respond to a question, how do you feel? Intellect will respond to the question, what is the right thing to do? It is the sobriety, the clear-headedness application of your intelligence. Serve people with lots of emotions, but expect a reward from people with your intellect. You will thank me later. Trust me, you will thank me later. Or maybe not. Point number 4, be the exception. So what is the difference between you and other people? Because you are complaining that the world is a thankless place. What is the difference between you and other people? If other people are not saying thank you, if other people are ungrateful, what is the difference between other people and yourself? So I want us to be the exception. If you're listening to me, I want you to be the exception. Be the one who should say thank you. Be the one who should appreciate people. Be the one who should pat someone on the shoulder and say good job. If someone does something for you, be the one to say thank you and be the one to see how you can help back when someone has done something for you. Point number 5, forgive them for all the hurt. Forgive them for all the pain that they have put you through. Of course, if what I'm saying is resonating with you, it's because you have gone through this. You understand it very well. You understand the pain. You understand the disappointment. You understand the hopelessness of helping people. And then they just throw you away as if you're nothing. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. You know this. You know the stress, the sleepless nights. You know the hustle. You know the hustle of paying school fees, buying food. You know the hustle of paying rent and paying for utility bills. You understand this. You know what you get in return? You know, when they are rolling their eyes at you, the slamming of the door, the insolence, the disrespect. And I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, this is my life. I did not ask to be born. I know if you're a parent, you understand what I'm talking about. If you're a husband, you know this. You know how despite all your efforts, you know how they make you feel. You know how they treat you like a rotten avocado. How they make you feel so smooth. How they compare you with the so and so who bought a new house for their wife. You understand how this is. You know how it feels. And if you are a wife, you also know. You know this. You are a very hard-working woman, working so hard to support your family. You know the humiliation. You know when your good-for-nothing husband has the audacity to say, you smell too much. You have too much sweat. You are smelling sweat. The food is too late. Where's my food? You are a lazy woman. That you are not very attractive anymore. You know when your kids are comparing you with the Hollywood superstars, saying that you're not sexy anymore, when they are the ones who have sucked you dry for their survival. You know how it feels. You know this if you're a teacher dealing with a class full of dumb kids. You know how they treat you. A class full of dunderheads, and their parents are thankless. They cannot even appreciate what you're doing. You know this if you're a policeman chasing criminals, risking your life every day. Risking your life through and through, dodging bullets or being roasted by the sun to guide the traffic. Then some foolish people are spitting on your face from their air-conditioned SUVs. You know how it feels. You know this if you are a watchman, awake the whole night trying to make sure that your boss is safe. Him and his family can sleep easy. But then when they wake up, they treat you as if you're not a human being, as if you are subhuman, some kind of a monkey at their gate. Or you are a child, a very good child, a very well-behaved child, trying your best, doing everything you can to please your parents, your teachers, to please everybody. But no one says thank you. No one sees your efforts. They simply find how they can abuse even some more. It hurts, I know, it hurts. The world is a thankless place. But Jesus said, Father, forgive them. They are dumb and they know not what they do. We should simply take this example of Jesus. When people are mistreating us, when the world is being ungrateful, we should take the cue from Jesus and say, Father, forgive them because they know not what they do. Just forgive them, so you are not paralyzed by the anger and bitterness. Forgive them so that you are able to help the next person who needs you, because there are people who need. There are people who still need your help. There are people who still need your skills. There are people who still need to be touched by you. So forgive the foolish ones and help the ones in need. Point number 6, the reward will eventually come. Probably not from the people you expect, probably not where you expect it to come from, but the reward always comes. This is the law of nature, the laws of sowing and harvest are natural laws, and nothing can disrupt them. Nothing can change them. Nothing can disrupt this natural law that when you sow, you eventually harvest. That's how it has been. That's how it's going to be. It's like the law of gravity. Everything that goes up must come down. He who sows must eventually harvest. So please don't give up hope. Take heart. The hard work you're putting in today, the lives you're touching today, give it some time. Somewhere, somehow, they will come back to you. Full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over according to the Bible. That's what the Bible says. And we miss it because we are too short-sighted to think that the people we are helping are the one who should pay us back. In my book, there's a book which I'm writing. It will be coming out very soon. It's called Handbook for the Poor, Broke, and Hopeless. I told a sad story of how I carried a very fat kid on my back who had fainted on the roadside. I took him to the clinic, but in the process I missed a test at school. When I went to school, I was punished and expelled for some days because they thought I just made up a story to abscond from doing my test. Let me tell you, I cried for a whole week and vowed that I will never help anybody as long as I live. I felt like I was punished for being a good person, for doing something good. I felt like God is a mini kid with a magnifying glass trying to roast me because I was a minuscule ant, to quote Jim Carrey in Bruce Almighty. But as you will see, if you happen to read this book later on, God proved me wrong. I want you to understand that these are God's people. God is the one who will take care of you. God is the one who will pay you. God is the one to pay the bills. You need to understand that if people try to pay you, they will shortchange you. They will pay you less. But if God himself comes to pay you, he will pay you in ways you cannot fathom. And then number 7, please do not give up. I know how frustrating it is to toil for people, to toil and work hard for people who do not appreciate what you are doing. It is the story of my life. I know I have gone through this time and time again. But wake up the following day, ask yourself, do it over and over again. Just leave your mark in people's life. They killed Jesus, but they can never erase what he has done. They can never erase the fact that he fed 5,000 men. You know, they think you are an idiot. They think you're not smart because you keep doing good even when they keep mistreating you. But when it matters, they know who to call when they are stuck. When the fever is too high, they know which doctor to go to, which doctor to call despite the fact that they keep calling him a quack. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being selfless. So let me tell you, you always have a choice to look beyond, to have a bigger picture, to look beyond yourself. Don't be self-serving. Just keep doing what you're doing. Continue being selfless. The one who sees in secret will reward you when time is right. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast this morning. I hope what we have shared has helped you. I know most of us are going through this, but let me tell you, keep on doing it because this is why you are born. You are born to solve problems. You are born to help people. Don't give up. Thank you so much. If you like what you've heard today, I ask you to share with your friends. Also, you can visit us on our other platforms, YouTube, Facebook. You can also check our contents on the Patreon. You can become our Patreon. We also have some other stuff, some other materials like Kanda. Check all of them on Patreon. Check all of them on Facebook. I will see you next time. God bless you.